Don't.
Okay.
Hello everyone, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. What I would like for you to do is turn towards the camera and introduce yourselves and state your relationship to me.
I'm Teresa Gehring. I'm a friend of Kathy's.
I'm Philip Gehring. I'm a friend of Kathy's.
I'm Kim Belfield. I'm a friend of Kathy's.
Jim Belfield, neighbor and friend.
Dan Grocky, friend of Kathy's.
All right, well, let's get started. I've invited you over tonight to talk about how to cook a beef tenderloin. First of all, what is a beef tenderloin? A beef tenderloin, well, this is a beef tenderloin, and it comes from the short loin of the cow. It's one of the most expensive cuts of beef you can buy. For instance, this is about a 4.5-pound beef tenderloin, and that will run you about $85. Okay? So let's talk about ingredients. What you're going to need here. You're going to need beef tenderloin. You're going to need kosher salt. It's that heavy stuff, real heavy salt. And you're going to need cracked black pepper. And you're going to need some oil. Vegetable oil, olive oil, whatever kind of oil you have in the house. I prefer to use olive oil. So speaking of the olive oil, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil into this pan. We'll talk about this pan later. Okay. We also need to know what tools we'll need to use. We will need a big pan for frying. We will need a roasting pan fitted with a rack like such. So I can get the rack up. Okay. Well, I can't get the rack up, but anyway, here's the rack. And we will need some tongs and a meat thermometer. Unfortunately, my meat thermometer broke the other day, so I don't have one. But if you have one at home, you'll need a meat thermometer. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to cover the beef tenderloin with kosher salt. And we're going to give a nice, generous amount of kosher salt. Do not be chintzy with the kosher salt. You want your meat seasoned. So all over the front and all over the back. Okay. Get it all over there, nicely seasoned. What you don't want is boring meat. Okay, and then we're going to take our pepper and we're going to crack fresh pepper all over the meat. Again, be generous. Get that all on the meat. Okay. Both sides, all over it. Okay. And then after we get that done, need a little bit more pepper actually. Okay. After we get that done, the next step we're going to do is we're going to sear it in a pan. And that is why I put the oil in here earlier. Searing, what searing does is searing seals in the moisture during the cooking process in the oven. It puts a nice crust on the meat. And we need for the oil to be smoking hot. Just like my friends here, smoking hot. Okay, so it's about there. We're about ready. And we're going to place that in the pan. Searing. All right. We'll get that going. And one of the reasons that I wore an apron is because of this process, because the oil tends to splash all over you. So you want to wear an apron, and I would have the fan on, but if I turn the fan on, then we won't be able to hear it. Okay? So let's get that first side done. Okay. And then we're going to turn it over. And I may need my other set of time for this process. Okay. All right. Turn that over. And it's already looking delicious, isn't it? All right. So we got that down. And the next side will sear. After searing, what we're going to do is we are going to put the meat onto the roasting pan. And then we're going to put that into the oven. And I should have said this earlier, I turned the oven on to 525 Fahrenheit. Sounds high, but that's the temperature you will need to set that into. All right, we're going to take that off the stove because that's burning hot. Okay, and we are going to put our beef tenderloin in the oven. Okay. And for a 4 to 4.5 pound beef tenderloin, you want to cook that for about 18 to 20 minutes for medium rare. So obviously we don't have enough time in the presentation for me to wait 18 minutes. So I'm going to tell you the procedures that you're going to follow. You're going to set the timer for 18 minutes. And when the timer goes off, you will check the meat with a meat thermometer. Put it right in the center of the meat, and if it is between 130 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, the meat will be done. Take the meat out of the oven, transfer the meat to a plate, and you're going to let the meat rest. And you should cover it with aluminum foil first, and let it rest for at least 10 minutes. I really would like to see you let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. Do not touch that meat before 10 minutes, because if you slice the meat right away, all of the juices will just flow out of the meat. And all your beautiful juices will be on your platter and not in your meat. So wait 20 minutes so that during the resting time what occurs is all the juices that went to the center of the meat during the cooking process in the oven will redistribute and be reabsorbed into the meat. So that's why you want it to rest. So after resting, also during resting, it gives you time to make your side dishes, make potatoes or whatever you're going to have with the beef tenderloin. So after it rests for a while, slice it, it's ready to be served. And that's how you cook beef tenderloin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay, can't wait.
Yay!